Omegacube. We're going to talk about the 11th new moon of the 11th moon, called the realm of morning star. 11, 11, 11, 11. Tamil University Law of Prosperity, and I know people would like that, love this law. The flower nations are the messengers, queen of reality, the radiance of the tree, and all in one. What they call it, 13th dimensions of life. So with that, we're going to begin with Tamil Universal Law of Prosperity. Now, Tamil Universal Law of Prosperity are the seeds of life, symbol of the feminine 11th dimension, this way of the morning star frequencies of 11, 11, 11, 11. The flower nations of many colors and medicines, and they are all here, and a sacred water is here, a real living water. Also, a man is here, and within him is all these 13 dimensions of life. So these 13 dimensions. And Chawicasha, Gabriel, is here with a light, a golden light. It's shining out as a radiance to assist us as we now have reached the branches of the tree and are beginning to seek shelter and nourishment there. So, way of prosperity. Mitakuye Oyasi. Now, the flower nations. The flower nations, they remind us to rejoice in life. So in that happiness, to create a field of energy that brings upliftment, so that this field of happiness that naturally exudes us from us as a pheromone, as a hormone that we emit, a smell, a chemical, that this happiness, as it comes from the human beings and also from the animals and the trees, it brings about the maturing of the fertility of the land. It is the mate, you could say, to the fertility of the land. And so from the animals and the peoples and the trees and even the rocks, there is a happiness that exudes, and in exuding brings the compositions of the earth unto their fruition, and that is the moment of germination. So the happiness is a key to it. The flower nations, they radiate of this happiness. Their colors, they show us who they serve, what part of life they serve through their color, and that the color of their flower also speaks the potency of their root. So, and the roots are the building blocks of life, and so roots have the power of affecting the earth and the water and the fire in our bodies particularly. And as a plant, they also give us breath, air, and so they are our companions in our walk towards God. Mitakuye Oyasi. Now, Queen of Reality, radiance of the tree. Now, the drop of the ocean of reality creates revolutions of ideas and evolutions of culture. So a drop of God's reality, a little drop of the ocean that overlies everything that is, as if there would be 13 islands in a great vast sea, is that these dimensions interrelate to one another in a great surface of existence. So there's more potential than there is actuality. Now, the ocean of reality, we are a little cell, just a small cell, only a shadow of a cell until we reach our full acceleration of ascension, and then we become a real person. And this is meant to be here on earth, that earth in her original purpose and state is a place where ascended ones live, including the animals and the rocks and trees and plants. They too are ascended forms. They too have their sacred bodies. And when there was a fall from our embracing of the reality of God, and human beings choose to discover the dimensions one by one in a descent unto singularity. The first world, the animals and the plants and the trees and even the stones also descend to be companions to the human being, so that we would not be alone. And so it is true of all life throughout the universes. Having found the singularity, the human being then rises back through those dimensions and worlds until reaching the source again. So, and stones and plants and trees and animals, they're in ascension with us, staying abreast of us, even though they are in their pure state, still allowing themselves to be sacrifices and to help us through our own giveaways, that we as human beings not get caught moving too slow in the ebb that pushes us towards the light again. That we can all keep abreast with the Mother's own growth, as well as we reseek, reclaim, re-become this heavenly earth. That the ocean of God's reality again fully permeate as a consciousness of Mother Earth, her greater mind reaching to touch us to them, become once again aware of what reality is. All in one, 13 dimensions of life. Now, this capstone of the Adam Quadman and the heavenly man is a crown of light that is as a flower. It is this 13th energy that is now emerging, and that flower is coming back from a seed that is known as the Great Black Hole, and will create in many directions a unification, a new hub of the greater web of the wheel of our universe. So it is as if only part of reality has been remembered. That when the center hub of this 13th flower crown opens, then and that whole other part of the universes of the universes will then come back to our remembrance, and perhaps then the greater heavens connected in the central fire of love will be remembered as human destiny. So this heavenly man is opening its flower, and as it opens, then all dimensions shift, moving towards, gravitating towards a unification of being that brings a whole new state of existence. And so this man that has these 13 dimensions in his body is a helper, a Chohan, a Lord, a Manu, a being that holds all other beings inside himself. And so this man is holding the placement of all 2 legs, awakening to the 13 whole dimensions. So the 4-legged and animal nations opening to these 7, the tree and the plant nations opening to these 4, and the stone nations holding to the center of 1. That with each with their own station within, with their own realm, physical, heart, mind, and spirit, that we are all seen as reflections of this 13th image of God. The tree of life with its 13 petals, 13 flowers, 7 stars, 4 roots, and peace as its heart. So this is the 11th dimension Yin, which is the realm of the morning star. 11, 11, 11, 11. Mitakuye Oyasi. Amitakuye. So we're going to talk about the 11th quarter moon, the 11th moon cycle, 13th moon cycle, we can say the 11th moon, which is the 11th dimension Yang, the plane of God attunement. It's called Ve, the spiritual way of consciousness. The messages are form, bodies of light. The big grandmother, the greatest of grandmothers, Uchi Tonka, in the galactic body of manifest God. So that spiritual way of consciousness, organisms of the cosmos. So our relative, the Chal of Kali Shasha, is here, and in construction has been like an egg, a cocoon of this consciousness, which is this manifest body of God, which is the doorway of the Uchi Tonka, the grandmothers. So the sacred woman, and also for the little bodies of form of life itself. And so, in a special way of construction of light and mystery and sound kit by these songs, and with a special help of the deer and the elk, the Tachja and the Hechaka and the Wambali and the spider and the Tomi, the Wakia and the buffalo, thunder and lightning and the Chakra, to help us to come to a focus when our hearts get scared, to help us in this time, in this way of Vet, which is the way of awakening, a way of awareness, a way of consciousness. Now, and so this man, this Chawi Chasha, he has opened this book now. He opened this book to the center pages, and also all the letters that are in that book are now available to everyone who has given of themselves to become aware. And so there is a golden infusion going on, that those who prepared their hearts to receive in a good way may come and carry the knowledge of the universes that are released through the acts of innocence, through the acts of beauty, through the acts in behalf of oneness of all. Now, form, bodies of life. This little boy, this little man, this little person represent the bodies of all, of everything in the universe, that everything has a body. Again, this little atom body of the body of a great galactic presence as Michael or Kuan Yin, body of the sun, the body of an animal, that this little man, this boy, is that. And as an incarnation of form, his skin, his constitution is different. He has within it a stronger concentration of the elements of life, and is himself a creation that is unique. So everything has a source element. Our source is in earth, or in water, or in fire, or in air, if we are to have a physical body. So a spiritual body is a source in these ether, or mana, or essence. And these are the 7 basic sources of the bodies of life. And so we are being reminded of the 7 strings of the heart. So this heart is within us, and that our form is made up of each of these, and is a physical being. We have a source, whether it's the earth, whether it's the water, or the fire, or the air. We have a major source for each of our purpose, mission, emanation, life. And this heart that is within us is what connects us to the great oceans of life that exist in another plane of being. And it's how these planes intersect, and how the little cells of these different elements work in those intersections that creates who we are. So, and that's what this little man is saying. He is saying that you are a bridge, a unique bridge of where the universes meet becomes you. And as a unique bridge, learn to work with your primary source of life, be it fire, be it water, air, earth, and learning the central message, work with the little people of that world. The gnome, the undying, the fire being, the sylph, the cherub, the seraph, the eye of God. So understand that the blood is the elemental of the earth herself. That blood does not exist everywhere like you might think it does. That blood is always sourced in a planetary woman, sometimes in a planetary man. And so this blood that courses through your veins, it is from her. It is of her creation and her signature that makes you of earth. The other planets where there is physical life, their blood works differently because blood itself is a gift of that planet. And the breath is a gift of that solar star. Mitakuye Oyase. Now, Uchitanka, his great-grandmother. Now this woman, though she bleeds as a clothing of blood, as if she's wearing robes of blood, even though she bleeds, this is a blood that the humans required because they chose to slay the little lamb. Human beings in their struggle to overcome bad mind and its way, chose to kill innocence. Innocence is immortal, and thus as death attempted to grasp it, the light of innocence opened a door that did not exist. So and darkness began to comprehend itself in a way which is still comprehensible to us. So through innocence, darkness has been transformed such that the darkness seeks the innocence that it may be changed. That when from your heart you send forth the innocence, some of this blood resolved itself and heals wounds, at the same time releasing a light that, as a needle pricks, opens a passage so that you can see. So the blood of the Lamb is important. They say that it washes away sins. So the ways of innocence opens true perception, and it is only in this perception that the wailing of the banshee shall be stilled. For the banshee is the great moan of the mother, waiting for the children to pay attention. Mitakuye Oyase. Now this galactic body of manifest God, there is a greater body that your Father who is in heaven wishes to extend to all the peoples. And this is a body that your eternal spirit has had before. It has been refitted, renewed, waiting, you could say. Waiting, and so it's clothed by this as the sun. Clothed as the sun. So this is the future of the world, of this whole universe. As if every particle is clothed by the sun. How can we imagine or fathom from such a dense place of the light of this, the song of all that light, the joy underneath it which sends forth that light, moving? This is where we're going. So within the sun is a great city, and the city has many of the ancestors, the great grandfathers of the people, and these grandfathers calibrate and celebrate these releases of light that are specially prepared to help us, to bless the weather, to bring lessons that we need. So the butterfly's wings in some far place can create even a breeze where I am. Then the light of these, our ancestors in the sun, can recourse what we think is our history, recourse what we think is our future. So when we communicate through our hearts with our own solar heart that is within the sun, inviting a unity of Ho Shose Shonen, we become aware of who we are in the sun, for our spirit has a place where it can live there. So our spirit does live within the sun, just as part of us also lives in the heart of the earth, Mother Earth. And as if we are bringing all of the facets of ourself in manifestation in our physical form. Now, did I say physical? So, it is truly the meeting of worlds, a special creation that some have called Quetzalcoatl, that some have called the Transfiguration, a unique point in existence. So throw off the ideas of limitations and sanctify the field of your existence, your aura. And with that, within that space gifted to you by God as your own, know that with God's laws, it is yours to manifest, to create. And so let there be a unity of the great solar child and the great child within the earth, and the child that walks upon her skin, that your whole being may be a glory in the manifest body of God. So this is the 11th dimensional yang. It's the plane of God attunement. Mitakuye Oyasi.